Hello, welcome to Live Long in Color. I want to thank everyone for stopping by and joining me today. Today's video is my completed pages for the month of September 2022. I cannot believe that officially it is October already. Before I get started, I would like to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel, liked and commented on my videos. You are also greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And all that being said, let's get started. Okay, so as always, I'll start with a few statistics. In September, I colored in a total of 85 books. 58 are physical, 27 PDFs, 60 non-color by number, and 25 color by number. And those were out of 25 physical books, 11 PDF books, for a total of 36 books. Out of my 10 books to finish, I have only 24 pages left out of 3 books, so I'm almost done. I'm getting there. In the month of September, I colored in 15 new books for 2022. And here is a list of all the supplies that I used. I have quite a few pages to do, so I probably won't be going through everything that I use in all of the pages. But there we go. That is all of the stats for the month. And now we'll get into the pictures. Okay, so first up we have Ava Brown. I did Secret Village Back to School. I did the school bus picture. I used, I think, eyeshadow for the sky, and the rest of it was all markers, various kinds of markers. And this one, I wanted it to be very colorful, so I used a lot of the primary colors for the school. Then we have Autumn Scenes by Ava Brown. I did this scarecrow with crayons in the background in the grass. The same with this autumn picture. Autumn is my favorite season, so I am really enjoying coloring autumn pictures right now. Secret Village, Ava Brown, Autumn. And I did this one. And the white here on these flowers I did with a whiteout pen. It was correction fluid, and it didn't work that well. I had a hard time controlling it, but it came out okay. And then this one with crayons also for the grass and the sky. Then we're going into April Amber. I have Chibi Girls Volume 3. I did the pirate. Use a little bit of glitter for the treasure. The explorer. I made sure to use all of the autumn colors for that. The graffiti girl. I did use glitter also on this one. And then this one I did in honor of September being the rainiest month here in Deep South Texas. We don't get rain very often, but we do get rain quite often in September. So I did this in honor of that. Used a lot of crayons for the background, and then just colored all the leaves with the fall colors. Next we have Country Chibi by Alexander Frances. I did this one. It's a cute little country girl with crayons in the background. Cute and magical. I did, let's see, this one. And I used glitter for the fireflies. And I did this because I have been watching the Rings of Power. And I think they're called the Half-Foots. Not sure exactly what they're called, but they would make lanterns out of fireflies, and that's what they used to light, and this was what this reminded me of, so I did that in honor of that. Then we have Spooky Vibes from Alexander Frances, and I did this one. This one is not, I did not count this as part of my completed pages. I used water-based markers on it, and it bled through. The ghosts and the pumpkins both bled through on this paper. But I went ahead and colored it anyway. And then I had to do this picture. This wolf Elvis is just so cute to me and funny. And I did his costume in red, white, and blue. Used a little bit of metallic for the microphone. And then I made the eyes of all the bats out of glitter, a glitter gel pen. So they kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, but they're just so cute. And then we have Cute and Spooky. Also, this is by Jade Summer, but the artist is Alexander Francis, so I put it with her stuff. I did this one here. I used eyeshadow for the background. This one. Now this is one of the ones that I used the sidewalk chalk for the background that I showed in my last supply haul. And it works really good, but it's very, very faint. I don't know if you can see, this is a light pink and a little light blue here in the bottom. And I like the way it works. It's just, it's very pale. If you wanted it to be a darker background, you would have to put multiple coats on it for it to do that. I use this one. I think this one has eyeshadow background on this one. And there we go. Next is Becca Gollins, Dragons with Pets. I did this one with eyeshadow background. I wanted him or her in shades of brown. So cute. This one I just wanted to do in pinks and lavenders. And then this one finally I did it in, this one I used Bink Intensity and used their melon and peach colors for her. Really cute. Then we have 100 Easy Designs by Coloring Book Cafe. I did this one. Eyeshadow background. This one. I'm trying to think. I used the Pentrista oil pastels on the whole thing. I did it all in oil pastels with pencil over the top. This jam, I made the lines in the background myself. All of it with oil pastels and pencils. And then this one, I did everything in marker except the background. The background was oil pastels. I really like this one, really pretty. Next, we are going into Camellia and Jacova, 50 Safari Miniatures. This poor picture had an unfortunate accident, and I accidentally had it underneath another picture. And even though I don't color in the book, just so I would avoid this, I somehow had grabbed two pictures at the same time. And yeah, this one had a bit of a mess, but actually it doesn't look too bad. So I did that one. I think that's the only one I did there. Yes. 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes by Camellia and Jacova. I did this one, and it was so funny because I've been going in order on this book, and this one just happened to be the next one. And I thought, oh, it's a fall page. Great. So I did that one. And personally, I would have a purple house if I could, because I like it. Then we have 50 Halloween Miniatures. I just bought this book. It's brand new. I did the title page. I did the nameplate page. And when I did it, I did the trees in this dark brown because I used water-based markers. I used my Cali Art water-based markers on this. And I did it in dark brown, and it was so blended into the background that I went ahead and went over it with white Uniball Signal. And then I did this one, and this one I love, all the bright primary colors and the pink spider. Yeah, so I had fun doing that. Next is Jade Summer. This is Chibi Girls by Jade Summer. I did this one, used a lot of gold glitter on her. Really pretty. Then this one I'm not that happy with. This is the very last page that I did for the month. And I did it like 30 minutes before. So technically it was still in September. I thought I did the colors too dark, and I don't like the way that I did use the metallic here. So I went through and I put some dots using my embossing tool in the sky to be like stars and maybe constellations. That's what this is kind of emulating, a constellation. And then I put the dots in the grass to kind of give it a little bit more color, and I think that helped it a little bit. And then I did this one, and I really love the way this one came out. I did the background with gold glitter, the Ohuhu one, and it just came out so pretty. And the way it kind of just lights up the back. I really like that one. Baby Dragons by Jade Summer. I did this one. Used a lot of confetti for the grass and the sky and the moon. And I also put dots in the snow on the mountain top. Little silver glitter there. And then this one, I did the same thing. I used confetti for the ground and the sky, glitter on for this part. And then what I did for the dragon was I did him in this color, and I didn't like it. And my husband was like, why don't you use that black and red glitter on it, glitter gel pen? And when I did, it just made him stand out and really helped, you know, give him some definition. Really liked it. Like the way that came out. Autumn by Jade Summer. I did this one. I think I used, this is another one, yes. No, eyeshadow on the whole thing. Eyeshadow here, and just a very light. I don't even know if I put any, maybe. Might have a little bit of pink on the background on this one. And then I did this one, which I really like. Markers with eyeshadow background for that. Kawaii Girls by Jade Summer. This is the 4-in-1. I did her. And I modeled this ghost in the window here like the girl from The Ring movie. She kind of reminded me of that. Then I made this picture look like her. This was her when she was alive. And then I gave her a fall orange. I've been using a lot of orange this month in honor of fall. And I did the same thing with her. I used orange and black for her. Put a little bit of glitter on the skulls. And then I used a silver glitter gel pen to do the moon. And that's it for the Jade Summer. Next we have Joshua Dunbar. This is New Easy Coloring by Joshua Dunbar. I did the pumpkins. Used, this is the one that I used 3 different oil pastels for each of the pumpkins. And then I started using one here on the leaves, and I didn't like it. It was really scratchy, and it didn't lay down very well. So I switched to another brand for the leaves, and then I did it all outlined in pencil like that one. Now this one I didn't write eyeshadow. It's eyeshadow. I thought maybe I used sidewalk chalk, but it's too dark for sidewalk chalk. And then these are the jacks that I did, and I was looking at this and I thought that these were marbles and not the ball that goes with the jack, because the jacks only come with one ball. And I thought these look more like marbles to me, the way that they were, that he had them. And with the marbles, you always have the one bigger one and the smaller one. So I really thought those were marbles. I don't know. I could be wrong. Then I did this mixtape here. I used the neon crayons for the background. And then I love this picture. This is the one, I think. Let me look. Yes. This is the one that I used sidewalk chalk on. And for me to get it to be this dark, and really it isn't even that dark, I had to go over this twice. And it came out a little darker because it was a lot paler when I first did it. But I really love the way this one came out. Next is Easy Fall by Joshua Dunbar. This is by far my favorite picture that I did this month. I did my favorite color combination for the house, which is the gray with the red door. And I just love this page. I had a lot of fun doing it. Used some gold metallic on it. And I really like it. I do think that, yeah, that's the only one I did there. Then this is Jade Summer, but the artist was Joshua Dunbar, so I'm putting it with the Joshua Dunbar section. And this is my second favorite picture that I did for the month. I used oil pastels and pencil on this. And what I did is I used the Ephira because they're very, very, very light. They don't come out very dark when I wipe them off. And I used it for the middle part because I wanted it to be like a light brown. And then I used another brand for the owl itself. And I just love the way he came out. And then this was supposed to be a crescent moon, but I wanted it to look more like an eclipse. So that's what this is trying to be, like an eclipse. And he's out early because he's confused that it's night when it's really daytime. Anyway, that was my story behind this owl. Then I think it was Doodle Robot, and I will link her channel below, but she had a color with the colors of the world challenge, and I've seen hers, and hers was a Medusa, and it was beautiful and way more creative than what I did. But I thought, I saw this guitar and this violin, and I thought that the colors of the world would work perfectly with it. And it did. This one came out a little streaky because it was running out. But I really like the way the color combination looked with that. Then this one I did. I put the squares on the bottom like it was on a floor. Not really very happy with the way that came out. And then I have this one. And I don't remember. I used sidewalk chalk for the background. I used the dots along for the flag. And I went over it a little bit around the top of the carousel horse with the pink, just so it would kind of stand out a bit. This one I also did with oil pastels and pencil. I drew in the lines in the back. I wanted it to look like paneling, and I like the way that came out. And then we have gnomes. This is also by Jade Summer, but the artist was Joshua Dunbar. And I did this one here. Thought it was cute and colorful. And the last for the Joshua Dunbar is Easy Halloween Coloring Book by Jade Summer. And I did this scarecrow. And then I did this one 100% with crayon. And I must say I like the way it came out. I like the way the crystals come out. I think, I didn't write it down, but I think I used confetti crayons for quite a bit of it. For this and this. You can kind of tell because it has multiple colors in it. And that's it for the Joshua Dunbar. Okay, next we have The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien. I love this book. It is so cute. I did this one. I have been using the same markers for all of Grogu, and I always outline the circle with gold glitter gel pen, although this one I kind of went overboard on that. And then I did this one also. I have basically just started in the back of the book and moved my way forward. I used mostly metallic markers and gel pens for the background for all of this. Then we have Timeless Creations Stained Glass. I did this spider page. I did all the leaves in fall color, and then this kind of looked like the sun to me, so I made it the sun and it's shining through the web. So I did all the web with glitter, and I also did the spider with the black and red glitter gel pen from Arteza. And that is it. No, I take it back. That is not it for the non-color by number. I have two more. I have 100 Flower Designs by Mantra Craft. Let's see, we'll start back here. I did this page here. And then I also did this page here. I didn't notice it at the time when I did them, but they were very similar. Very similar. Then I also have Hannah Carlson. I did 2 pages. I did this one. I used my Tombow water-based markers on this and just love the way it came out. Eyeshadow background and a little bit of glitter on there, and it didn't really leak through, so that was good. And then on this page I also used water-based markers. I used my Amazon Basics, my Cali Art, and my Tombows. And on this one it did sort of bleed through just a tad on this page, but I think we'll be able to cover it up. And I deliberately did this with the cat. I wanted to make it look like it had like stripes, but my husband says it looks more like his little hair is sticking up, so I don't know. But anyway, I also did her in fall colors, and yeah, I really like the way it came out. Used a little bit of glitter gel pen for the snail and this bug over here. But I liked using the water-based markers in here. I'll be doing more of that instead of pencils. It's a lot quicker. Okay, that is the end of my non-color by number. Let's get into the color by number. First up, we have Autumn Inspirations by George Tufexis. I did this, and ultimately I like the way it came out. I've been using a lot of my ultra fine markers, my Bics, my Sharpies. I used my Ojofu for some of the beiges that I didn't have. But I will say that I messed up on quite a bit of the colors, especially this tree. I did it in green. I don't know why I messed up and did it in green. And then I went back over it with orange, and I like the way it came out ultimately, so it's perfectly fine. It's the process and not the journey. I mean, it's the journey and not the destination, and I really, really like the way it came out. Then we have Happy Halloween by Colored Questopia. I have been using the Art Skills markers that I bought, the water-based ones. The colors are very dark and for the most part, and so I don't really like them that well, but they work really well in this book because since it's Halloween, the colors should be dark. Like, I think this is one of the lightest blues they have. They don't really have a light blue, but I'm really enjoying that. This one I did with my twistable pencils because it was more of an autumn scene than a Halloween scene, and I wanted the sky to be lighter. I didn't want it to be so dark. And then this is back to the art skills. And I accidentally put a line through this skull, but I kind of like the way that looked after I did it. And then we have this little scary scarecrow here. So all in all, I am really enjoying this book. I plan to do a lot more next month for the Halloween month. And I plan to use art skill markers on almost every page. Then we have Flower Stained Glass, color by number this is by Kira Shershniva. It's another one that I messed up with. I don't know why I had such a problem this month with grabbing two pictures at the same time. But it didn't look too bad once I colored it. You can see it a little bit here. But other than that, it came out okay. Then we're going into the Disney. I did this one, Animales. And I did Jiminy the Cricket. I meant to do 2 pictures this month, and I started the other one and didn't. I started the one on the back and didn't finish it. So I will get to that next month. Then we have the Babies of Film book by Hachette Heroes. I did Todd here from The Fox and the Hound. I did Baby Minnie, and I think she is just adorable. I did Bambi and Feline. And last but not least, I did this one. I don't know who he is, but he's from The Lady and the Tramp. And he's just adorable. Just adorable. And then my last one that I did from Disney. This is Grand Classics Volume 4. Now, I will say that the first ones that I bought all in Spanish. And now I'm buying them in French. And the numbering system is different. So the numbering system, I don't know if this is Volume 4 in the French volumes. So, yeah, be aware of that. And I did this Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. I changed the colors of him. He was supposed to be, this color was more of a, it was supposed to be more of a peachy pinky color, and I didn't like it, so I did him all orange. I like it a little better. I also started the mermaid page, but I didn't finish, so I will get to that this next month. Okay, and finally we are going into my 10 books to finish. This is Party Patterns by the Belva family. I did this one, Choose Yours page, and I want to say they did a lot of presents in this book, and I don't know. I've enjoyed it, but I'm not going to get another Belva family. I don't think. It just, the numbers seem small, and I don't know. I haven't liked this one particularly. This one is the Pumpkin Club Party. I did all the background with the X and the pattern with the dot, and it came out okay. Then I did this one, the Autumn Sweet Party. Same thing, dots and X method. I think I did this. Oh, this one was, okay, that was it. I already did this one last month. So that was the last one for that. Cactus and Succulents Coloring Book by Color Questopia. I have finished this book. I did this page. I used big markers and I don't particularly like it. I did not color the background. And I messed up on some of the colors, so it's not exactly what it was supposed to be. So it's not one of my favorite pages. I did this one. I used twistable pencils for that. Same with this. I used glitter gel pen for the lines, and then I just did it with twistables. And let me see. Yeah, this is the last one I did. So with that, I have completed this book. Next, we have A Year in Flowers by Creative Haven and Jessica Mazurkowitz. I did the autumn page. I used Brute Funer pencils with eyeshadow background, a little bit of glitter. I did the September page. I think all of these were with Brute Funer pencils. And this one has been by far my favorite in the book, is the Morning Glory page. I really like the way that came out. And the last book for the month that I have to show you is Nature by Duncan Smith. Slowly but surely I'm getting through this book. Give me just a second, I'm going to move something. Stack next to it was getting too high. I did these, I think they're herons, I think. Not sure. It could be storks. Not sure. This fruit page here. Scenery. I use Crazy Art colored pencils for on all of these. I like this one. And that is it. That is the last page I have for the month. So thank you so much for sticking by me throughout the whole video. And until I see you next time, stay safe, be happy, and live long in color. Bye-bye.